Good morning, everybody. Patty Ann here. Hang on just a second. Today I'm going to answer a question that Sherry had on our YouTube channel. Remember, you can ask questions here or you can ask questions in our group on Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann in Facebook. Anyway, for Sherry, she wanted to know about using the Samantha font and how do you use it in Cricut Design Space, because she's also has BabelMap, and that's a free program you need to be able to use the Samantha font. Well, there are a couple others. For example, on your Mac you might have Font Book, or with your Windows machine you get one called Character Map, but I actually prefer using BabelMap. So let's go over to Cricut Design Space and let me get started. So this is something that I've already done, and this is the Samantha font. I'll have a link to it below. I'm not affiliated with it, and it's not cheap, but it's really a nice font. If you have a little extra spending money, or maybe somebody's getting you a gift or something like that, you check it out down there. But anyway, so here's how I use BabelMap. I'm going to open up BabelMap, and notice right here in the drop-down menu I have Samantha Italic. I think I'll just do Samantha Upright. And right here it has to say private use only. Must say that or you won't see what you're looking for. Watch. All of a sudden you're like, I have Samantha Upright check, but nothing's showing up, because you must have it say private use area. And so let's say I'm going to do Alex and Maddie. That's my nephew that just got married not too long ago. And so I want to use an A, a pretty A for Alex, but I'm not sure which one I want to use here. Well, let me get rid of that down there. Okay, so hopefully you saw what I was showing you. You must have private use only here. And down here you go to Samantha if you're using the Samantha font. So I'm going to do Alex and Maddie. So the first thing I do is I see all these A's here, and I can see them much larger than I would be able to if I was in Character Map, but I can't see them as well as I really would like to. So if I hover over one of these and then right click, I get to see a larger one, and I can just keep my right click button down and I can just scroll through these until I see one that I like. I actually think I like this one. So I'm going to now regular click on that, and you notice it puts it down here. Then I'm going to get the letter L. Don't use this box over here to scroll. If you use the box over there, it's going to mess this up. It will no longer say private use area. Watch. I'm going to move the box and it's going to change that. See? And then I'll be thinking, what happened to all my letters? Okay, I have to have it say private use area. Here it is. And there they are again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and look for an L. And actually, I don't really need to do all of this, because what I can do is this. I'm going to choose an A that's fancy, and maybe a lowercase x that's fancy, because maybe I want the last part of his name to be fancy. I'm still in the uppercase. Up at the top are the low uppercase letters or the capital letters, and then down here, coming next, are the lowercase letters or the small letters. All right, let's see. So they're in alphabetical order, obviously. So I'm going to right click again because I'm not sure what I like. That one's cool. I think I like that one, so I'll use that one. Oops, how did I get all those other letters? And then I think I will also put an M in here for Maddie. So I can use this down arrow also to go to the M's and right click, and I can see if they're pretty or not. I think I'll just use that one. The only other thing I want to look for now, if y'all come down here with me and we scroll way down to the end, we get some really interesting things down here that you can use in the Samantha font. And this is a reason why a lot of people do like it. If I right click on this, look, I can have after, announcing, before, Miss, Monday, Mr. But what I'm looking for, and there's all the days of the week in case you'd want them to, that'd be a really cool thing for your stickers, right? Or for your planners. But what I'm looking for is the word and I see it here. Yep, that's what I want. So I'm going to click on that. And that added it. Let's see what else there are down here. Look at all these really pretty swooshes and swirls and fancy things that I could put in. So you really get a lot of cool stuff with this font, that's for sure. Look at that one, isn't that pretty? All right, let's see what else. Second and first numbers are interesting. All right, so that's enough for right now. I'm going to just go to copy. And now I'm going to come over here into Cricut Design Space and I'm going to hit the text tool. Here's the important thing. I need to make sure that this font up here is the one that I was using in BabelMap. If it's not, watch what happens when I say paste. I get some weird looking characters, but that's not what I want. So let me get rid of that. So I'm going to come to the text tool again, and I want to go to the Samantha font. So I'm going to put S-A-M, Samantha upright. And now I can click in the right click in this box and say paste. And now it's done what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to ungroup these because I want the and here. The M is pretty boring. I need to make a pretty one for Maddie. So if I do Alex, I can come back to the text tool and type in, remember it's still in Samantha upright, L-E-L-E. Okay, and then bring that up here. Whoopsie. L-E. And let's see, I might want to ungroup that to letters because I want that E closer. Now I can bring up the X. Alex, and then I can bring up the word and. And this M isn't very fancy, so I may want to make a fancier one, but now I can do text, and it still says Samantha upright, so I can type in A-D-D-I-E, and I can click off of that and highlight it again and change the letter spacing. All right, that looks good. There, and I want to make a fancier E, so let me go back to BabelMap and let me scroll up to where the E's are. And first of all, let me get rid of these because I don't want to redo those. I'm going to scroll up to the E's, and if I can't scroll all of a sudden, I can use this button here. Remember, don't use the box because you will get lost. And I'm going to find a pretty one that I like. That ends with a pretty swirl. That one's pretty. I kind of want it to swirl up like the X does in Alex. So I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to copy it and click over here in Design Space, go to the text tool, make sure it still says Samantha upright, right click in the box and say paste. So there's the pretty E. And now I've got to ungroup this to letters so I can get rid of the E that is already there and substitute this one in. So then what I would do is I would just go here and go to weld, and let me show you something that happened right there. Let's undo that weld. You see this A and how it got filled in? I'm going to go undo. Sometimes a letter like that gets filled in if the letters are too close together. So let me see if I move this A over a little bit from the M, like that. And now it might be a little too close to this D. Okay, let me try it now and see if it works. If I go to weld, okay, see now that worked. But look, the E is not working right now. So that means something is too close over here. I need to undo that because it was welded together. And I need to move the A over a little bit and the L over a little bit. And let's move the E over a little bit. I think it was just a little too close to that X. Weld should work now. There we go. Okay, so that's how I would have to fix this, and I'd have to mess around with that a little bit to make it look better. But anyway, here's the point. Let's just refresh your memory. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come up to BabelMap. You're going to make sure that it always, always, always says private use area here if you're using the Samantha font here, whether it be the Samantha upright or the Samantha italic, okay? And then you're going to be able to scroll around in here and look for things either by using this up arrow or this down arrow or the wheel on your mouse. Okay, you can scroll like that, but you may not use this box right here or you'll get out of the area you want to be in. So, and then remember too, when you get all the way down to the bottom here, there are a lot of really cool things that you can find that you can use in Cricut Design Space. So like if I wanted to make something was happening today, and I had some other things selected here, you'll see how they'll show up too. If I go to copy, importantly I come to the text tool, make sure that it says Samantha font here. Just now I used Samantha italic, so I changed that. I'm going to right click in the box and hit paste, and then all my stuff that I just messed with comes in here today. Okay, I'm going to show you something else that BabelMap can do. So what I did was I changed this select Unicode block to basic Latin. And I've changed the single font that I want to use to I Love Glitter. So then I came up here to all of these that are the glitter ones. And again, I can use these scroll bars, or I can click on this and then use my wheel on my mouse. But what I wanted to show you about this one is this. You see this heart here? If I just hover over the heart, you see what it says, asterisk? That means if I use the asterisk in Cricut Design Space while I have I Love Glitter selected, it'll make a heart. So this one right here, if I want to make the little swoosh and a heart and a swoosh, I can use that, make that by using the vertical line in I Love Glitter on Cricut Design Space. So let me show you what I mean. Say I want to put the name Patty, P-A-T-T-T-Y, and I want to end it with this little thing here. I can just do it like that, and then I can put David beside that, D-A-V-I-D, and I can do it like that, and I can say copy. I can come back over here to Cricut Design Space, and let me get rid of a few of these things so they're not so cluttery. All right, so now when I come to the text tool, I need to make sure that I have I Love Glitter selected, which I've already done that, but I'm going to type it up here in the search bar, I Love. And I Love Glitter is a free one that you can get from defont.com. And then down here in the text box, I'm going to right click and say paste. So notice what it comes in as: Patty and the little heart thing and David. Now, if I don't want to do it like this, I could, and if I can remember, but I can't, that's why I like BabelMap. But if I could remember how to make this, I could just do it like this. I could do maybe an Alex, and then I do remember, since I just did it, it's the straight line it said. So I have to hit the shift key and the straight line on my keyboard, and that makes it, and then I'll put Maddie. So if you're wondering where everybody gets all these cute little things, now you can see how to do it. Here, what I would do then is, of course, go to letter spacing and change my letter spacing for Alex and Maddie. Like that. And then I might want to move the word Alex, or then, well, I need to ungroup these first. And then I can move the name Alex over like that. And that could be just like that. So again, how did I use BabelMap? I came here. I made it say Basic Latin, because that's what I use for this I Love Glitter. The one that I use the private area for is Samantha Font. I have I Love Glitter here, and I just came up here and hovered. That one tells me use the asterisk if I want to get that. This one down here, use a vertical line. You've probably seen people do the open heart. That's the low line, like a regular line, I guess. This is the right square bracket. Square bracket, that's the other bracket. That's what that one looks like. So this one said, what again did this one say? Low line. I'm going to try that one once. I'm going to come back over here to Cricut Design Space, come to text. I Love Glitter is still selected. I'm going to come down in the text box, hit shift, I guess, and do the underline. Sweet. And that's what it did. Perfect. All right. Anyway, I hope this helped and didn't confuse you more than you were to start with. Remember, Sherry, for the Samantha font, you must make sure that in this area it says private use area, okay? And if you are not seeing what you need to see here after you've typed in the Samantha font here, and you're not seeing what you want to see here, watch. It's because you don't have it, Samantha, okay? Now here's the Samantha italic, and I can scroll down, but I'm not seeing all those pretty swooshes. And that's what you were saying, you don't see all the pretty stuff. So to see the pretty stuff with the Samantha font, you have to use this, scroll down till you get to private use area, and then you'll see all the pretty swooshes, the gorgeous letters, and those extra little pieces that you get, days of the week, and different words that can go in between things on your Cricut Design Space. So again, if I wanted this U, I click on it. Let me get rid of the other stuff. If I want, let me get rid of that. Okay, if I want this U, let's say I click on it, I come down here, copy, come over here to Cricut Design Space, click on text. It's not going to work because I don't have the correct font chosen here. So I need to choose Samantha. And I think I was in Samantha italic. And now if I paste, I'll get that crazy curly Q U. So anyway, if y'all like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you ask questions because I love to do videos to help if I can. Thanks. Subscribe, share it. Love you guys. Bye-bye.